As well as Misa and Polkamp on the ice as the puck is down, and we are underway on this Independence Day New Year's Eve as Polkamp punches one through the 5-hole in an early start. Polkamp was kind of the hero of last year's prospect scrimmage, and he gets things started.
Season last year, Misa, 62 goals, but 72 assists. He's a playmaker, and he set up Polkamp nicely there.
Distributor, and Polkamp punches one through. Here comes Musty in transition. Pulls up, holds, shoots, save made. It's coming out, pulled up by Wang, and the big 6'6" blue liner was skated along. Gallant, the intended target, intercepted, quick shot, and Team White answers back. Blocker side goal.
21 years of age, and didn't play a whole lot last season. 27 games for the Ohio State University.
Team Teal, and now Havlet has it, returns it back for Dickinson. And Randy, you see with 4-on-4, so much extra real estate. Dickinson trying to wrap on the far side.
And then on the other bench for Team Teal, a couple of NHLers as well. Tommy Wingles and Lucas Misa.
Played his college hockey this past year at UConn, second most in the country in goal scoring. Here's a chance in tight. He tried to pick the upper short side corner, but he just lofted it too high. Pulled back in by Noah Beck, signed out of Arizona State last year. Intercepted. Misa will guide it along for Chernyshov. Chernyshov coming down the wing, protecting the puck, put it on net. And now Dickinson. Give it off left side for Cole McKinney, second rounder of the Sharks this year. Now for Roberts, his shot and a good stop is pinched along the side by Matt Davis and held on.
Goaltenders as well.
Face-off draw. One to the point, kicked out by Kirsch. Juicy rebound, and he's able to secure it. He didn't like the extra whack.
Sure.
Now you're just...
Might have sampled that back in the day. So when I saw his name, I said, that kid's... This is not about teaching these players systems, about the way that they would play in San Jose or with the Barracuda. It's about working on their details. And it's not about the X's and O's that they'll get to when...
Chernyshov protecting, giving back for Misa. Poke free for Chernyshov, laid down the wall. Return, Chernyshov, quick shot, good stop by Kirsch. Pulled back in by Musty. We're under a minute to go now. Back up the surface. Right wing side for Lewis. Veered back Havlet. Right up the gut. Poking at it. Trying to stuff it home. On the near side.
And settled a year before the current one expired, which is really progressive for our league.
Here comes Sabote, able to sneak it through, and he got it through the 5-hole pylon. And Team Teal takes a 2-1 lead. And they've done it BU, but to make the U.S. U20 team, score 3 goals in that tournament, he's a player, I think, the Sharks fan for this quarter, and then coming out of the halftime, we'll go to 3-on-3. Fisher tried to pull up, and he was met by a brick wall. Carson Wetsch stood him up, put him right lead for Team White. Misa reels it in for Team Teal in his own zone, flicks it along. He's got Chernyshov, gets beyond. Wide. We're under a minute to go in the second quarter. It's a 2-1 lead. Less goals than maybe we anticipated. Here's a turnover. Good stick by Zanbernyuk. Working in to the backhand. He scores.
Wow.
Zanbernyuk showing off the
silky mitts on that one. Silky mitts on that one, Nick. Mitts on that one, Nick.
A LA Junior King alum. 1-1 back the other way. Dickinson holding. Pulls up first side. Hands off. Left pad saved by Davis. Back to Dickinson. It's fed. Poked away. Misa trying to clear. And 8:07 left here in the second period. Work back for Cleo. Run the puck down. To the top of the crease they score. Good setup feed. And it's pushed past goaltender Kirsch. Right on the tape, Kirsch came out to challenge. Yamiski beat him under the catching mitt. So back under Sturm, he didn't get in that Stanley Cup final.
Still going to get a ring, though.
Yep. Here's a chance. Kicked out. It'll be a second ring, in fact. 1-1 with Colorado, of course. Back in on net. And a good stop Up the near side by Joey Muldowney. Muldowney slips past Wang. Got it first side. A quick one-timer. Haviland, a great stop coming over laterally by Matt Dare. And now a breakaway for Haviland. 25 and White to the backhand. And Davis turns him aside.
Well, the goal judge turned the light on there.
Barracuda is right off the draw. Here's an intercept. Rushed up the ice is Fitzgerald working in, and a good stop here. And now here comes Lomback. He was behind everybody. He'll rush up the ice on a breakaway, working in, and another stop by Kirsch as he came out to challenge. Now Polkamp protecting. Polkamp twists it back for Lomback. Right flank to the near post. He had a man at Klee, and he directed it just wide the right wing side. Here comes Team Teal. They may have numbers. Gallant pulls up top of the circle, gives off quick shot, and a stick save by Kirsch. Roberts fending off the pressure, gives off for Musty. Somehow got to his man Lewis on the backhand. He put it off the post. Kind of a no man's land pass that ends up converting for Lewis. He did. Team White back in transition. Sharp working in, shoots, and a blocker stop by Davis.
The goaltending's been excellent.
Another good save by Kirsch. Charging in on net, swung back out of the zone. Lomback's going to come out getting Kirsch. Comes out to play the puck. He was in another county, and he can't get back in time as it's funneled into the slot, in the low slot, and backhand at home.
Protect the net, but as it turns out, Teal gets the 4-2 goal. And I'm sure Evgeny Nabokov
for Gallant. Gallant will play it ahead for Muchin. Muchin working to the cage. Good stick, Muldowney. Puck loose in the low slot. Pulled back in by Team Teal. Gallant tried to twist one in front. That's picked off, and here comes Team White. Musty will lead the rush down the left wing side. Slows it down. Hands off Muldowney. Shoots, scores! Joey Muldowney goes upstairs and beats goaltender Pilon up and over the right shoulder. And Team White is on the board, back within a goal.
29 goals for
Buffalo area natives connect on that goal. Those two grew up playing with one another just outside of Buffalo. Change in the CHL rules. So many of these guys who played in either the WHL, the O, or the Q, who could not have went off to college, are now scheduled to do so. And Colton Roberts is one of those guys. As here come Team Teal, and Polkamp just wires one home to push the Team Teal lead back to 2. That was a shot and a half.
What a wrist shot. Then back the 2-goal lead for Team Teal. That was a rocket of a wrist shot. We've seen the slap shot, high velocity, and Eric Polkamp.
Now Sabota down the right wing side for Team White. Tried to tuck it in short side. Save made by early afternoon to wrap up development camp. Here comes Chernyshov working to the forehand. He puts it off the post. Back to Chernyshov from Misa, dancing in a phone booth, and he lost the handle, and it's reeled in by Ravensbergen. Got his stick on puck. Marlowe pulls the puck back in. Lays it for Beck. Beck trying to stuff it to the crease. And a bid from in tight by Lewis will allow for a change. Haoxi Wang. He'll dance his way through Muldowney, and then he lost the handle right at the final moment.
You're a reference on your bingo card today.
Here comes Gallant back in transition. Gallant has a step working to the backhand of Ravensbergen. Move side for Carson Wetch. Wetch will play for Kelowna next year in the Western Hockey League. Near side, Roberts kicked out. Good stop there by Polkamp. Now Sabota back for Roberts. Lost his footing, and this is going to be a breakaway starting from the own offensive zone. It's a 2-on-0. Here comes Team Teal. Little give and go, and it's ripped upstairs by Polkamp.
That should be the hat trick for Eric Polkamp. But I've never seen an official throw it back into the crowd. One of the linesmen just did.
Team White down by 3. Marlowe collects off the inside of the skate, shoots, save made, puck loose and shoveled just wide by Lewis in tight. Minute to go now in this fourth quarter. Team Teal up 6-3. Wetch, Musty back for Wetch, and he tipped it through the back door. It just kind of whipped off his stick. And went behind the goaltender. Another chance for Wetch. This time he buries it. Some redemption. Big grip. Down to 35 seconds. Wetch will try again, and that is into the armpit.
Yeah, and one's 31 now, and the other one's 30. It's been a while.
There's a shot that's into the open net. Team Teal pushes its lead back to 3.